72-hour window in May 2026, India's defense apparatus validated 3 distinct strategic technologies. In 3 days, they successfully flight-tested a smart glide bomb, a multi-warhead intercontinental ballistic missile, and a full-scale hypersonic scramjet engine. This compressed timeline was the direct engineering response to a crisis that began a year earlier, when a terror attack in the Pahalgam Valley triggered a massive tri-service retaliation known as Operation Sindoor. Operation Sindoor marked a departure from India's historical cold start doctrine. For decades, the military was organized for reactive deterrence, rapidly mobilizing for retaliation only after an adversary had already struck. The 2025 retaliation accelerated the adoption of the cold strike doctrine. This new posture emphasizes proactive preemption, requiring the armed forces to possess the speed and accuracy to strike high-value targets before they can be utilized against Indian interests. To make this more assertive posture credible, India had to prove its hardware was capable of executing it. The May 2026 testing window served as the definitive demonstration that the military now possesses the next-generation engineering required to bypass modern defensive networks. The sequence began on May 7, 2026, with the maiden flight test of the Tactical Advanced Range Augmentation System, or TARA. TARA is a modular kit designed to solve a specific payload problem. By bolting a set of rear-actuated fins and guidance computers onto existing dumb bombs, the system transforms conventional gravity-fed munitions into highly accurate smart weapons. When released at high altitudes, the winged kit allows a warhead to glide toward a target up to 180 kilometers away. This standoff range allows pilots to strike high-value ground targets while remaining well outside the reach of an adversary's frontline air defense systems. The system utilizes electro-optical and imaging infrared terminal guidance. This means that even in contested environments, where GPS satellite signals are jammed or spoofed, the bomb's onboard seekers can physically identify and lock onto the target during the final descent. TARA provides the Air Force with a low-cost, scalable tool for preemptive strikes, filling the tactical gap required to engage strategic targets without risking aircraft in high-threat air defense zones. On May 8th, the focus moved from tactical strikes to strategic deterrence, with a successful flight test of an advanced Agni 5 ballistic missile. This trial validated a MIRV payload. Instead of a single warhead, the missile carries a bus of smaller reentry vehicles. This requires extreme miniaturization and a maneuverable post-boost vehicle. During reentry, the vehicles must spin stabilized to maintain accuracy while plummeting towards separate targets. Mastering this capability is specifically designed to bypass modern missile shields, such as China's HQ-19 interceptors. A single interceptor can generally engage one incoming threat. A MIRV payload overwhelms these defenses by presenting multiple high-speed targets simultaneously. By demonstrating that its warheads can penetrate advanced defensive screens, India restores parity to the regional nuclear deterrent relationship, ensuring that no adversary can rely on a damage limitation advantage. The window concluded on May 9th with a ground test of a full-scale scramjet engine that ran for an unprecedented 1,200 seconds, a continuous 20-minute burn. The primary barrier to hypersonic flight is aerodynamic friction, which heats the skin of a missile to over 1,000 degrees Celsius. Without a way to manage this energy, the intense heat would melt the engine block and cause the entire structure to fail. The 20-minute test validated a breakthrough in active cooling. Liquid hydrocarbon endothermic fuel is circulated through the engine walls to absorb thermal energy before it is injected into the combustion chamber and burned. At a cruising speed of Mach 6, a scramjet travels over 7,400 kilometers per hour. Sustaining that burn for 20 minutes translates to approximately 1,480 kilometers of powered low-altitude flight. A scramjet capable of this level of endurance functions as a production-ready propulsion system, providing the necessary sustainment for a missile to maintain power through its entire mid-course cruise phase. These 3 tests form a single interlocking tactical reality: TARA for precision at the border, scramjets for high-speed regional strikes, and the Agni 5 MIRV for strategic long-range deterrence. The rapid maturation of these technologies alters the strategic landscape of South Asia, placing new pressure on regional defensive systems that were not designed to counter maneuverable, multi-warhead, or hypersonic threats. India's validated capabilities contrast with the unverified or developing delivery systems of its immediate rivals, forcing a re-evaluation of how stability is maintained in the Indo-Pacific. This 72-hour window marks the formal transition from laboratory-scale research to the active weaponization of India's hypersonic and precision strike programs. The focus has shifted to building deployable weapons that integrate speed and survivability into a single operational architecture, ensuring the military can meet the requirements of its new doctrine. To keep up with the engineering shifts changing global security, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you